So, Yamraj had explained to the Yamdootas which are the people whom you are not supposed to bring. Anyone who has chanted the name of Krishna, anyone who has remembered Krishna or paid obeisances to him, he should not be brought to hell. So naturally the Yamdootas will ask the question, so it seems to us that nobody will come to hell. So can you please tell us clearly who will actually come to hell? Or is it that we are going to lose our job or will not have any engagement? So Yamraj, in order to console them, he said, no, don't worry. There will always be some Mahatmas, there will be some people who will always be eligible to go to hell. So what are the people, who are the people who are actually eligible, qualified for a visa to hell, is explained in this shloka by Yamraj himself. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.3.28. Tananayadhvamasato vimukhan mukunda पादारविंद मकरंद रसादजस्रम निष्किंचनैः परमहंस कुलैरसंगैर जुष्टाद् गृहे निरयवर्त्मनि बद्ध तृष्णान्. Prabhupada's translations. Paramhansas are exalted persons who have no taste for material enjoyment. That means they never engage in sense enjoyment. And who drink the honey of the Lord's lotus feet. That means they always never engage in sense gratification, and they always engage in tasting the honey of the Lord's lotus feet. Got it? My dear servants, Yamdootas, bring to me for punishment only persons who are averse to the taste of that honey which is coming from the Lord's lotus feet, means narrations of Krishna's pastimes, qualities like that. That is the honey. It's not that you have some honey is oozing out. Honey means that the narrations of the Lord is very sweet to hear. And who do not associate with Paramhansas and who are attached to family life and worldly enjoyment, which form the path to hell. So you must understand, if a person himself is not tasting, then it is quite possible that he can actually associate with devotees who are tasting. But two things are there. He himself does not taste, no inclination, that he will himself read Bhagavatam or chant Hare Krishna, and neither does he associate with those people who are tasting the honey. Are you able to follow this? Neither himself he will taste, and neither he will ask or associate with other people who are actually tasting the honey. So now, why? The reason is because he is attached to family life. So let me read the purport. But before I read the purport, I will try to explain the Sanskrit of the shloka. Tan anayadvam. Tan means those. You bring, anayadvam means you bring them. It's an instruction. You bring them. Whom I should bring? Asata. Asat means bad people. Or Asata means those who are not devotees of Krishna. Sat means Satam. Sata means the devotees of Lord Vishnu. And Asat means the person who is not a devotee of Vishnu. Why are you calling them Asat? They are saying because Vimukhan, they have turned their face away. Vimukh. Vimukh means turning your face away. Turning your face away. From whom are they Vimukh? From whom have they turned their face away? Then say Mukund Padarvind Makarand Rasat. Mukund means Krishna, who gives liberation to his devotees, and Padarvind Makarand Ras means the honey. Padarvind means lotus feet, and Makarand Ras means that the honey which is coming out, or the tasteful honey which is coming out from the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. Ajasram. Ajasram means continuously. So they are continuously turned their face away from the honey which is oozing from lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. Basically, they have no inclination to hear about the pastimes of Krishna and the holy name of Krishna. They don't want to taste it also. Now that honey is very exalted. To establish that, Yamraj says, Nishkinchanai, by the Nishkinchanas, who do not want anything in this world, who have no attachment for anything in this world, is called a Nishkinchan Purush. Paramahansa. Paramahansa means who is very selective about choosing the best thing. Kulair. Kulai means the whole, that means that the teacher and the disciples, they will all be called a part of one kula. That is not simply a bodily relationship, but the teacher, the students, all of them will be part of one kula. Just like we are part of Srila Prabhupada's family. Asangai, those who are unattached. And Jushtad. Jushtad means Jushtad, Prabhupada explains as, Jushtad means which is enjoyed. So you see, this rasa of Lord's lotus feet is enjoyed by Jushtad, enjoyed by those who are Nishkinchan, those who are Paramhans, and their whole family. Family means their spiritual family, and those who are Asanga, those who are not attached to the modes of material nature. Are you able to follow? That such exalted people are enjoying this taste of this honey, but those who are asat, those who are non-devotees, are not interested. Why? If the things is so nice, why are they not interested? Then say, grihe niraya vartmani baddha trishnan. Trishna means the desire for sense enjoyment. Basically desires for sense enjoyment. And baddha trishna, because they are attached to those desires. And Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport, because they are attached to sex life, and that's why they are attached to household life, that's why they are not interested in hearing about Krishna. And that's a grihe niraya vartmani. Now niraya means hell, and vartmani means path. So that's why they on the path to hell, because being bound by material desires, they have no time to hear about Krishna. Now it should not sound that I am saying, or Yamraj is saying, that all the grahasthas are going to hell. Are you hearing that? No. Because Yamraj himself is a grahastha, is it not? That's interesting. Yamraj himself is a grahastha. So he is not saying that a grahastha goes to hell. Hear very carefully. Anyone who is married is going to hell is not what Yamraj is saying. Yamraj is saying that those who only remain in grahastha life for sense enjoyment and do not do devotional service, do not hear about Krishna, that person is making his qualified ticket to back home, back to hell. So like that. So I think you got the message. This is very clear, and I would request you to also read Srila Prabhupada's purport. But one thing is very interesting. Many things Prabhupada says in the purport very interesting, but one very interesting point he says, the person who is bound to his family thinks that the family will protect him. But do you see in this shloka? Can you see in the shloka? Yamraj clearly says you bring them. Means they cannot be protected by Yamraj, by their family members. Got it? So a person in any grihe thako, vane thako, sada hari boladako. Wherever you are, you remain, wherever you are situated, you chant Hare Krishna. Then nobody can touch. And you see how a Jamil was not actually doing devotional service. He was a husband of a prostitute, actually. So he was completely in Baddha Trishna, he was completely absorbed in materialistic life, and still unknowingly by chanting Hare Krishna, he was saved from hell. See the potency of chanting Hare Krishna. So you are all devotees, obviously, but I just wanted to say that these are the people who go to hellish life, and devotees being compassionate, they spread Krishna consciousness. So that even a person who is asat, vimukha mukanda, is who's turned his face away from Krishna, he at least will not go to hell. Somehow that make them chant Hare Krishna. Okay, so we shall chant Hare Krishna now. Hare Krishna. Thank you.